Welcome back to Summer Grillin'. Are you looking for that restaurant flavor and quality without leaving your house? Kelly joins me now with the Kentucky Beef Council, and we are going to talk about how you can grill up a ribeye without a reservation at a restaurant.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's not something we're going to do every night, of course. There are definitely more economical cuts, but when we're really wanting to splurge, the ribeye is perfect to make at home.
I love a good ribeye, so I'm a little partial to it. So I have never grilled a ribeye.
Yeah.
So dive right in with the basics of how do you prep and grill a ribeye, because it is a special kind of cut of meat.
Yeah, so a ribeye is going to have a bit more fat on it than those leaner cuts when we're thinking sirloins or maybe a filet that you're making at home. And what that really means is there's a lot more opportunities for all that fat, that good flavor to melt really into the meat, especially when you're out on the grill. So what we have today is actually just our blue cheese butter mushroom ribeye recipe from kybeef.com, and it is extremely simple. So all we actually went inside the kitchen for a little while and sauteed some mushrooms, but then we were out on the grill. We made this fun blue cheese compound butter, and all that really means is we had a stick of butter and we were mashing it with maybe some of that sun-dried tomatoes that were crushed in with some blue cheese, and we mixed it up to where you could really put that on the steak. So we're out there, we're grilling, we have our ribeye on there. Your only rule of thumb, if you're anything like me, I'm really bad about sitting there and flipping as often as I can because I'm impatient, but you're going to try to want to only flip once. So based on how you like your meat cooked, I only did about a few minutes on each side because I'm more a medium rare person myself. But the biggest thing you're going to want to do is adding some of that compound butter while you're grilling it. So right after you flip, I put some butter onto the steak. That butter can melt in with all of that fat and really get the flavor of that blue cheese and the butter into the steak as well. But my biggest tip is going to be that meat thermometer. So this is one that I used all the time. Any of them are going to work, whatever your preference. You can calibrate it by putting it in a cup of ice water if you want to make sure that it's working, making sure that it's actually below freezing. And you can use it on the steaks. For medium rare, I'm going to put it at about 135 degrees, and then once you take it off the stovetop, it'll continue rising even more.
Great. So how do you get that perfect sear? I know you said only flip it once.
Yeah.
So how do you get those perfect grill marks? Do you have to get your grill a certain temperature? How does that work?
Yeah, you were going right there. So the biggest tip too is going to be making sure that your grill is to the temperature you want before you put meat on. So you're going to want to go out first, start your grill, make sure it's heating up before you even bring the meat out, so that you can take it straight from the fridge and throw it on. When you throw it onto the grill, you're going to want to hear that sizzle. That's going to be what you're looking for.
So if you bring this out to a family cookout or even at those date nights at home, you're going to think you've had a personal chef, because this looks like you have went out and had a restaurant quality reservation.
Yeah, even more once you get it off that grill, put some even more butter on top, get all of the juices. It's going to be extremely moist, extremely tender. It's going to melt right in your mouth.
And Kelly, where can I find this recipe and all the others you all feature at the Beef Council?
Yeah, kybeef.com. We have recipe collections for anything you could think of, dinner for two, no matter who you're grilling with, as well as any other occasion that you're looking forward to.
Thank you so much for another great grilling segment.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
If you want to find this and all the other recipes we feature here on Summer Grillin', go to wkyt.com/summergrillin'.